Okay, so I'm using the old Kelty this time around. We're not taking much, but we're gonna bring a sharpening stone for my knife. I'm bringing the good old Condor Bushcraft. I've had this knife since I was like 14 or maybe 15. It's been a great knife. This is my bow drill kit from last survival adventure. We're gonna bring that along. I don't want to make another one. I'm gonna bring a saw. I'm gonna bring my cozy socks. And then gloves just in case. I just want to have warm hands and feet because I'm not gonna have a sleeping bag. So if I need them at night, yeah, I just want to have those. Anyways, and then I have my book, Sacred Pipe. Highly recommend this. It's about just Sioux religion, Sioux culture, Black Elk's account. So if you want to learn about the Sioux, their religion and their culture and their rites of passage, yeah, this is a frickin' awesome book. And then I got my notepad and my pen just in case I have some thoughts that I need to definitely jot down. A lot of good things come to you when you're fasting. And then, yeah, down here I got a little tripod. I'm gonna bring my bigger tripod too. I've got a jacket, and then this definitely for nighttime, and then one wool blanket. Okay, well, here we have a nice juniper tree. I'm in a little grove here in a bowl. Anyways, we're going to put a branch down like this, and then I'm gonna make a wall, and then I'm gonna build a bed platform here, and then we're gonna have a wall behind right here for my fire. So we're gonna push that heat into my bed area. Yeah, so 5 years ago when I was 18, almost 5 years ago to the day, I came through here, and I just have remembered it so vividly ever since then. And I knew then that I'd have to come back here and camp. And I think if I remember correctly, my idea was to come here and do like a survival trip. So anyways, 5 years later, as I've begun to work more and more on wilderness living skills, here I am. And we might do 2 nights. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Okay, so here's where my fire is gonna go. I built up kind of a berm here and then put rocks in, and then I put another berm here just so that protects all of this grass that I pulled. It's pretty flammable. Here's the shelter. So it's just a heat reflection wall, not a shelter. So running out of daylight, and I didn't bring a headlamp because it's gonna be a full moon the next few nights, and I don't know, it feels just more primal or more primitive to not have more accessories like that. So no headlamp. So we'll see if I have enough daylight to capture my bow drilling, but that's how I'm going to try to start the fire. I brought matches as backup because, again, like, this is the first time I've slept in the winter without a sleeping bag, and I need to have a fire. So it's gonna probably be about 30 degrees tonight. So it's like cold, but not horrible. Classic. Build your bow drill. 101. Prepare for spindle to whack your finger. Oh! It was going smoother before, and then I turned on the camera. Jesus, mother. Bleep, bleep, mother bleep, and son of a bleep. Damn. I really felt like it should have gone that time. My arms are feeling weak too. Oh boy. Even after 20 hours of no food, your muscles get tired like that quickly, and you can't keep it going for as long. Well, oddly, that fire looks really small in the camera, but it is blazing hot. It's like a little too hot. Anyways, the blanket kind of shields the heat from my face, but we'll definitely be needing the heat. So, it's cold out there. Anyways, good night. Well, good morning. It is sometime in the morning. It's kind of late, I think, but the sun's not going to hit here for a while. The birds are really happy. It's a clear blue sky. There's not a single cloud. Yeah, the robins are very chattery. Anyways, I slept all right last night. Had to restock the fire like a dozen times. got a couple of cramps, but I was never really cold. And yeah, the grass is pretty comfortable. Yeah, so if I stay out here another night, there's definitely some reinforcements I can make. But still, pretty good night. So up above me here are a lot of big, large rocks and cliffs, hundreds and hundreds of feet tall. And this time of year, when there's warmer days and then very cold nights, there's the moisture in the cracks is freezing and expanding and then thawing out. And so that kind of activity just really breaks up the rock. And so all evening or all day yesterday, I was hearing rock falls. Just heard one now. But last night, I woke up to what I thought was thunder, which scared me because I was like, oh shoot, we're going to get a rainstorm. You know, this time of year doesn't, I don't know, thunder doesn't really make much sense, but whatever. But the sound just kept going and going and going, and it was super loud, and I realized it was just a rock slide, just a big rock slide, but it started with a big, like big boom, as if a big piece just came down and then just slid down and caused a bunch of scree to just set off. So that was pretty cool. So my cow pond water tasted awful, so I dumped it out, and I went for a little stroll in the moonlight. It was a full moon, so it was really bright, and I don't have a light or a headlamp, but I didn't need one, obviously. It was so bright I could see where I was going, so I just went through a little stroll behind my camp here and wandered on the cow paths, went up onto the grassy slopes, and then back down into the trees, and then down to a different pond where I had saw clear water, and I had to use a rock and break through the ice, and I scooped out the water, and then I meandered back over to my camp. But anyways, it's really fun just being alone in the moonlight like that in the middle of nowhere, wandering through the trees, and just knowing all the while that you have a little camp hidden in a little bowl where you have a little warm fire going, and you just are wandering around, and then you start making your way back, coming around a different way, and you know that you have a little camp somewhere tucked back in there, and you're gonna run right into it. And anyways, so it's hard to explain, but it's really fun. Well, I decided to go back to my car and spend the night down by the river because it's going to be really beautiful down there tonight, and I'd like to be there. So I'm taking a very non-direct way back to my car. My car is south of me, south of where I camped, but I ended up going north a little bit to check out some new territory, and then now I'm gonna wrap back around to my car. So yeah, definitely not direct. I'll get back around sunset.